Last year, there's people last year who were telling me, hey, I'm going to get my car ready for Stancemall'. And the car's still not done yet. Like to this year. It's already taken about a year.
Dude, people are so nitpicky. Like, they're so nitpicky because they're going to just be like, oh, dude, how did they let that fucking car in? And it's like, you know, this got all this fucking shit to it. And I don't know.
Tips for photographers to capture the best shots during the season, actually.
Ooh, wait, can I start?
Yeah, that's...
Buy a fucking CPL filter, bro. Like, holy shit.
Stay the fuck away. Got up on my side. Look like I'm triple A. Any motherfucking time, any motherfucking day. Demons all about me and they take it all.
Yeah. Monday again. Today, what's today? Wednesday, not a Monday. Definitely not a weekend either. We have Vlad and myself this time. No particular guest, just because we want to touch base on the start of the car season. So here at Golden Vapor 3, what is it that you just got your hands on this time? What is that?
I don't even know, bro. Everyone that watches any type of like content on exotic snacks, type in the comments. Let me know what this is. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's like a white jasmine soda.
Are you gonna open it now, or are you gonna wait?
I'm probably gonna open it now. Dude, this honestly just looks like Baja Blast.
Imagine like instead of red 40, it's blue 40.
Blue 40? Nah, it's like blue 80, bro. Nah, but let's see. Ooh, that was a crisp. Dude, I don't know. This is pretty. What is it called? What's the word? What's the fancy word for that?
Fresh.
Aesthetic. I feel like this is aesthetic because it looks like Baja Blast. Yeah, this one's pretty fire.
And then are you waiting to open those, or you
I don't know.
You're gonna sit on those?
I don't know. These are some Japanese curry chips. They look fire. If you guys like any like Japanese food, if you guys can get it in El Paso, definitely. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it, but Matsuharu over there in the Northeast, locally here in El Paso, they do a chicken katsu, and they do chicken katsu curry, dude. 10 out of fucking 10, dude. Like that shit's fire.
Things like a pillow though. It better be chips, no, you know.
Oh, dude, it's just air. It's just air from Japan.
Like when you buy a bag of air and you get scammed with your chips in there.
Yo, that shit's good.
Yeah, shit. Let me try shit.
Yeah, try shit. It's so good.
Switch the camera. Let me see myself eating this.
It's just good, bro. I like it.
You know how I feel about the fishy smells.
It's not even fish. It's chicken.
Is it?
Yeah.
It smells seaweedy.
Seaweedy?
Seaweedy.
It's seaweed red dye 40, bro.
No, it is good. It is good. I personally just like to stick to my Takis and then have a hard time processing that later.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so Golden Vapor also carrying the snacks. Here today, Vlad got a bit of a feast.
A feast? Dude, I literally just got a chips and drink.
So
all right, wait, before we continue, we do have to give a huge shout out to John over here at Golden Vapor because he's really doing a lot of cool shit in the background. And the more that you guys actually buy from him, the more snacks and the more chips, the more like everything, like shirts, vapes, all the necessities of that recreational stuff that you guys do. You guys are funding Golden Drift Track 2026.
Golden Drift Track. Oh man,
that's gonna be pissed when he hears that.
Yeah. You're gonna force him into doing that.
I know, dude.
Which is interesting because there's actually talks about something similar like that with some people that we do know we have connections with.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I want to give a quick shout out to Texas Sand. So Texas Sand, he's one of the homies. He's actually putting together his own sand drag track. His name's David. His passion is sand drag racing on bikes, like dirt bikes, not like your typical ring 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 bike, but they're quads, so 4 wheels, but just shaped like the top fuel race cars. So he's been living his whole life and like doing this racing deal, traveling stuff, just like we do with like photography and shit. But he's putting that together, and this is actually going to be a West Texas shootout. So there used to be another track owned by somebody else that they used to rent and stuff, and they used to have those races in the sand drags. Now, this one's happening, I believe, after Springfest. I don't have the exact date, but we'll see if I can get David out here to talk to him and get some info on it. He said he was down, but he's basically launching this whole track to get this new event coming called West Texas Shootout. It's all the way. It's funny because I say all the way over there, but it's closer to me because I live all the way over there. Close to what is it called?
Fabians.
Is it Fort Hancock?
Oh, Fort Hancock.
Yeah, it's around that. Not our area, but that direction. So
Oh, like heading past like over
like above
Kansas and shit?
Clint, like over Clint, but not Sunelli. You know that Fort Hancock. Anyway, a bunch of dirt over there. And not too many people are familiar with that sport, and it's super interesting because the people who attend are just mostly the enthusiasts in that kind of sport, and it's dope because like if we can expose it to more people to come out, it's an experience, dude. You're talking about super fast bikes on dirt. Like these things can beat a Tesla Roadster on dirt, like ridiculous, you know. So if people want to like give that a try, we're definitely gonna be throwing some stuff out there because we're gonna be next to Texas Sand at Springfest, so we're gonna have a whole setup with Springfest. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's gonna have a booth and shit.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so he's
badass.
gonna have his trailer and the bikes, dude.
Oh, dude.
And like if he turns those hose on for like revving,
yeah,
oh,
wait,
it's
hear me out.
over.
You guys that are doing the two-step shit and you guys win, you guys are not beating that shit. You
And
guys
he-
are not beating that shit.
And he's not even gonna two step. Like if he just revs it, just like most guys that aren't even two stepping, just go to rev. Like if he does it, bro, it's over. Like it's over. Those things are ridiculously loud. So I feel like it'll be good promo to put that out. So it's gonna be Texas Sand, Lowered, and Mangecu, all of us together. Just kind of switch up the setup a little bit and promote that and cross promote that. And big shout out to Low Class to also working with us to be able to get out there. So that's gonna be super exciting. But just touching base on that.
Yeah, bring back the drift pit. I love you.
Oh my god. I tried too. I tried to bring some kind of drift pit. Man, I got turned down everywhere. Like people were asking why, and I was just, it's politics, dude. It's like if you don't know people, you're done. Like, and El Paso, like the people who are in power just don't care. So
Yeah.
that's just me complaining straight up.
Wait, I have an opinion, I guess, on that I could give. I think Diego did have a good point last time where he was saying if you are any type of like millionaire and you just have like fuck around money, dude, like
Invest in the car scene.
send this to people that are willing to invest in like recreational like activities in El Paso, not just fucking random
Bars
shit.
and
Yeah,
car
not
washes?
just fucking bars and car washes, bro. If you're an owner of those though, like I welcome you to try to build a drift track though, because I
No,
know you
yeah.
got the cash flow for that shit. Anyways,
I'm interested to know how like Tucson made that happen because Tucson's a smaller city than El Paso, and
I know
and it's
bro.
newer. It's newer, and I'm like, they have it in the middle of nowhere technically, and it's actually a Honda track. It's sponsored by Honda, so there's that. Somebody out there who knows
What
somebody
the
from Honda.
fuck?
It's called Honda Muscleman, or Muscleman Honda, and it's a track from man. I keep forgetting, but it's an exact like it's like a scaled down replica of another track in Japan. So that's super cool. Somebody out there knows somebody from Honda that was like we have more like I would say entrepreneurial I guess opportunities for like people who own different things. Like how many dealerships do we have out here?
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like
it's not-
actual dealerships. Like
Yeah, it's literally not just that, bro. I think my biggest problem is that when I was doing like what I was doing in the business side of like El Paso, I learned a lot about like the people who are actually like the owners of a lot of shit here. And you people that are just buying up the buildings downtown and not doing a fucking thing with it are the fucking problem here, bro. I'm just gonna say it. Like I don't care how much trouble I get in. Like you people are the issue when it comes to like gentrification of anything. Like you guys are just waiting for property value to just go down, and then you guys are gonna like build and
Mhm.
swoop everything for like pennies, bro.
Airbnbs, bro.
Yeah.
God.
Oh god, bro. Anyways,
Continuing to actually proceed with the point of this particular podcast. We're excited for car season opening. Yay!
yay, sound effects.
It's funny because there was a picture that I saw where it was like people who were rooting for the Chiefs, people who are rooting for the Eagles, and then people who are rooting for car show season. And the whole map is like the car show season. Like nobody cared. Just funny because like I'm gonna get flack for this, but I slept through the whole Super Bowl. I was tired and I didn't really have friends who cared enough to watch it. I heard it was kind of crazy. They one side got their asses kicked, and the halftime show was probably exactly what people expected. They not like us. But for me
Hey,
particularly,
wait, when are you gonna get your jeans back from Kendrick?
I actually have some relatively flared ones right now, which are pretty interesting. There, apparently, the market for them started to skyrocket after that, which
Yeah,
is
dude.
insane.
Fashion Nova and Sheen Man are making a killing right now.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna start flipping all my stuff on Depop now. Anyway, no, that was super cool. From what I was saying, like the memes were definitely entertaining. So that's a little recap of my weekend. I mean, did you do anything in particular from the Super Bowl?
Well, it was kind of like a big gathering with my wife's family because my birthday was on Saturday. It was the day before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I didn't really like do anything crazy. Like I just hung out with her and then we went out to eat. Like I just wanted to spend time with her. And then
I did say happy birthday to you on socials, right?
no,
Yes, I did. Yes, I was like, yeah.
I didn't get him on Geku post. I didn't get
Oh my
nothing.
God, man. I don't even get him in Geeky Post.
I didn't even get the casual side bitch text. Like, just kidding.
Everybody in the chat. Actually, I was the first one in the chat to be like, "Hey, happy birthday!"
Nah, yeah, you were. I'm
Everyone was like, "Hey, unk status, bro.
I know, bro.
Bro, bro needs a cane."
Anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that because you mentioned like the Super Bowl, I just really hated, I guess like the hype around everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not against Kendrick. I'm not against Drake. I think the whole thing is just really annoying at this point.
Yeah. Like the whole A minor, the
Yeah.
Grammys. I'm like,
Yeah, like we get it, bro. Like the dude, even if he wasn't spitting facts at the dude, like I feel like he still beat him. And I think that the fact
you're
that he
beating a
hasn't
dead
said-
horse, right? You're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, and like the fact that he hasn't said anything tells me that like yeah, maybe he's taking the high road, and it just made him look a little bit better at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say,
It's annoying.
yeah, all of you Drake dick writers are the worst people I've ever had a conversation with, bro. You guys are the fucking worst.
The notes,
swear to
bro,
God.
the
I swear to
notes.
God, bro.
The notes in the weekend, they're like, it's still Drake. What y'all think? I'm like,
Yeah, bro. Like I don't get it. And then even like I said, bro. I mean, I do listen to Kendrick. I do listen to Drake, but it was really fucking annoying. Like
He
just
gets
the fact
old.
that
It
it
got
just-
old, bro.
Yeah, it got really old.
It was
But I will say, I guess tying it down to the car stuff is I really fucking like that Grand National that he was yeah, dude. I think
Yeah.
that car's such a that's like
that was
you know, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Mhm,
That's
obviously.
like my Eleanor, bro. That's
Mm.
literally like my fucking like favorite classic fucking muscle car.
Interesting.
Like I don't know what it is about it. I mean, you know, me and my pops, we have a G body Monte Carlo. That car's so fucking nice, bro. And I think it's just that G body style of like the look. I think that's like my favorite shit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was looking into that. Apparently, like, everybody was coming out of the car. You think it was like a trapdoor? It had to be him.
Yeah, there definitely wasn't.
I mean, if it was some Mexicans, it would have not been a trapdoor.
Hey, you can't
I'm
say
saying
that.
like me, bro. Like,
Just kidding.
look at my skin, bro. Look at the color of my skin. Actually, if I do this, it's crazy. Anyway, sorry, going back, we got sidetracked. Touching base again, back on the return of the car season. What's got us excited? What has got me excited? Since I don't know if you were gonna ask me that, but I'm gonna answer my own question first. What's got us excited? What's got you excited? Obviously, for me, it's just man, it's refreshing. Like I hate sitting around knowing down route that I can do some car stuff, and then in the winter you're just kind of just blocked because the cold, man. Like, and I love shooting at night, and maybe that's kind of like a me thing that I should probably be shooting during the day so I don't like get the cold. But even then, like the sun sets at 5:30, you have to tell your customer, hey, so let's shoot at 4. Like they're not even out of work yet, you know? So that's a big pet peeve. The sun's already starting to set a little later right now. It's gonna be 6 and there's a little bit of sunlight, so I like that. So sunlight, I'm excited for that. The bookings get a little easier. The bookings and the people that working on their cars are getting their shit together. You know, people who are saying, oh, it's time to put it away for the winter. I'm like, okay, cool. So I hate sitting around. And obviously just the shows in general, just starting like Springfest, everybody's something that everybody looks forward to. If I'm not wrong, I don't think, actually, no, there's already been some other shows that have begun elsewhere. Arizona had a few, I believe. Low Class was out there. I don't recall the name. I'm sorry if I'm being ignorant from that. But yeah, Springfest, definitely looking forward to that. As a photographer, I just can't wait to see what y'all are cooking up because every year it's like, oh, I'm doing this, man. Like I'll hit you up when I got it ready, and I'm just like, hit me up when you got it ready. But it's super exciting. So that's for me. Just some of those points. What's got you excited for that? Don't bite my.
I mean, nah, dude, just said don't bite my shit. It's crazy, bro. I swear, like someone will do something that Abe did like remotely close like a year ago, and he's like, I did that shit first.
And I'm a hater, bro. I'll say it. I don't care.
Fuck this guy,
I'm the
dude.
biggest hater and supporter at the same
I
time.
swear, bro. I'm literally crying wolf. You guys don't believe me.
You're the worst, bro.
No, but I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see builds, obviously, like new shit. I'm excited kind of to see more, I guess just more effort. Cause some people because some people they keep talking to me on the low that like I guess the people that really fuck with me. Two people. Like just kidding. The two people. Nah, but there's people that are like kind of telling me like, hey bro, I'm cooking up some shit, you know, like get ready because in the summer, like I really want to get some shoots and shit. Or like in spring or before Spring Fest. And actually saying back or going back to what Risto said when I was doing the Flash interviews, he is doing a color change and he's gonna reveal it at Spring Fest.
Ooh.
So
honestly, I would have seen that coming from like last year. He always changes to
Yeah.
Springfest, and like you're always looking forward to what's new, which is refreshing to see. You always get those people who are like, oh, I didn't like this color last time. Oh, I don't like his new color. And so let's see what people say about it this time. There's always gonna be those people who hate. But I'm excited to know.
yeah.
We'll see.
In the comments, somebody say what color you think he's gonna do. Like some crazy.
Let's take
Think out the
let's take a
box.
guess. I really don't know. Because at one point he was telling me like, well, not recently, but like when every time he would have a change, he'd be like, "Look, man, I got this going on. I want you to do the reveal." So apparently, I believe he's been working with somebody else with video work. Hell yeah, you know, more power to you because it's super dope to see other people take upon like the
He's
task.
salty, bro.
Shut the hell up! No, I saw that my decal was gone, and I was like, oh, "Who's he working with now?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, that's valid. That's pretty good. I don't."
Your decal was gone?
Yeah, my decal was gone, but
What?
it's like I understand it dude, because it's considered like a sponsor,
Oh, okay.
even though there's like a deal that worked in between, but. When I saw the sticker, I was like, "Oh wait, who's that?" So it was somebody else working on the video, which is cool because like I don't mind seeing somebody else take upon the same task because I already done his reveal like three years in a row. So I get it. Like you want to switch it up, it's valid. 100%.
Yeah, the next person's doing it. I did it like first. but-
Fuck off. I did it 3 years in a row. You know, nah, but that's just cool. Like that's actually not bad. So I don't really mind it with the like decal being gone or whatever. Like it's understandable. It's like a represent thing. Sorry, I don't remember her names very well, but I know there's been a change, and I don't mind that at all. Some people probably think I'm like salty about it or whatever, but 100% understandable. It's purely business. So yeah, what color do you think he's gonna have it? Because I'm not really in the behind the scenes at this point. I don't know if it's gotta be. It can't be in the green spectrum, and it can't be on the yellow spectrum. So I don't think it's gonna be blue, and I don't think it's gonna be like orange or red because he's already had red, he's already had green, he was already yellow. So I'm not sure about blue. I don't know. That's kind of like a tricky one.
I don't know, bro. You take a guess and I'll go based off you.
White.
You gonna do white?
I think he's gonna do white, like a pearl white.
I think he might go darker. I think he's gonna go like a midnight something, like midnight navy, maybe like a black with some type of pearlescent. Like if he does black with red pearlescent,
Either
should be
that
hard,
or
bro.
like either white or like you said, like a complete extreme, but like a fantasy hot boy color. I think.
Yeah, but I think it has to be rap, huh?
Mhm.
Or maybe not. Maybe not.
He's always willing to surprise us.
Yeah, bro.
Now he's the second. Well, not he's the second. He's the first, but he's the one out of two cars with the Zico body kit. The other one is in
Oh, and that one's blue.
Yeah, but it's like chameleon blue.
Oh yeah.
So and he registered this person right here. She, I'm sorry, to know who it is or like what they are, female, male, but they registered after Ghost was in Albuquerque. So I have a feeling Ghost out there was injecting that info because I don't think they were completely aware until after they came back or they were out there. I got the message, "Hey, how do I get to that show?" And then I was like, "So, boom." So
that's just bad marketing on your end, bro.
why? Because they had to hear from like a third party.
No, because you had to find out that people don't know about you, bro.
It's shut the hell up. It's not even that big of a
Hey, like and share if you think that Mangeki fell off, bro.
Eventually, yeah, right. But yeah, no. So if I'm not wrong, that car's already been approved. Both Supras.
Oh shit.
Yeah, restos which is interesting because I always tell everybody like don't submit your car unless you know what it's gonna look like. The thing is, there's a standard with resto that he holds himself accountable for that he's not gonna like slack off.
Yeah, he's not gonna bullshit, bro. I think
Exactly.
he's done too many national shows to not make.
Get his shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think that like his car's been approved and that other super's been approved. Now, with the other supers that have been applying, they're clean, man. They're super clean street builds. But I don't know about show builds. Again, I'm not one to talk to say I have a better car or anything like that because people take that the wrong way and twist it. Sometimes they're like, oh, well, you don't think my car. What about your shit? You know what I'm saying? Like that's immediately what they go to. It's not even about that. It's just how do you hold up to Risto's car and the other Zico car that even though they're the same body kits, they look very like different from each other. And then you put another Supra in there that has this like a different build, stock body or whatever, still clean wheels and maybe still low. It just doesn't stick out as much in comparison to those two. They kind of get overshadowed. So I just kind of want people to know that there's like 3 other or 4 other Supras that applied, and it's not looking very like, it's looking kind of grim for them to be able to make it into the show because of these 2 crazy looking Supras.
Wait, Matt.
Stancemall'.
I do have a question though.
To me?
For
me?
Stancemall', yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, since you're talking about the Supras,
Right.
has General's Liberty Walk applied?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh. But that one will get in, right? Or do you think it's not show ready?
I don't know. The thing is, now that there's these 2 Supras that already applied, they're getting, because they got it approved. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only way that if General's Supra would get approved is if these 2 other ones, one of them don't pay their ticket. Just like last year. There was multiple.
Or if the guy from Albuquerque can't make it.
Right. So if one of those 2 fall through that they don't pay their ticket by the end date of the last day to pay, they're going to get knocked off by somebody else. So there's that. So the likelihood of General's car getting in there right now, also it doesn't look all that great, just because there's already been 2 other ones.
Oh, so you want to have more like variety, not more of the same thing?
Right. So there's multiple WRXs, dude. There's like 4 or 5 that are clean. They're super cool, but we're picking out the ones that are like stick out more. So we're trying to do no more than 2 of the same car. I believe we already have 2 WRXs, but they're very different from each other. Still do 2 WRXs. We have 2 Focus STs, but they're very different from each other. However, just because they're approved doesn't mean that they're in yet. You still have to get your ticket, And last year, a lot of people didn't get in because they didn't pay their ticket. So they were sending us like scrambling messages like the day before. They're like, "Hey, I got approved, but I can't see where to buy my ticket." And I was like, "Yeah, because somebody already took your spot," And they're like, "Oh no!" And then I was like, "What you can do is like reapply again. You can get approved again." And if you go down the list and you finally get like your way back in, then you're good. But no, those tickets were getting bumped off. So just because we got 2 of the same car doesn't mean that those 2 are the only ones that are going to be there. Like,
all right, so this is a message for all the people that are trying to get in, and you guys are listeners, or if you guys know people that are trying to get in the show, tell them to register and
check your emails.
Yeah, dude, check your emails, check the spam like every day because. Like you said, it sounds like it's going to be like a first come, first serve kind of thing.
Well, not really. It's yes. For your purchase of your ticket, yes. Like when you purchase your ticket, once you've been approved, yes, that's a first come, first serve. But as far as getting approved or just in general getting in, like no. Like we're hand picking these cars. So even if your car was the first one to register, if we don't think it's up to the par for the show, it's not going to be approved. So there's been multiple people who actually re-register the vehicle multiple times, and like we haven't directly denied them because we still see potential in them. So one thing that we're telling people is, well, they're asking us like, hey, how long does it take? And it's like, it's not that we are just ignoring you. We just think that your car has potential, which is why we're still holding on to it. So there's been people who applied for the first round and got approved in the first round. But there's also cars who applied in the first round that got approved just the last round. You know what I mean? Because as we're seeing the registrations come in, we're comparing and contrasting like, oh, this one can hold up against this one or whatever. So we'll just let them in. So yeah, the approval process, once you buy your ticket, is a first come, first serve deal. But the actual application process to get approved in the beginning isn't a first come, first serve. So that's kind of a thing that people need to know.
Interesting. Wait, I have something to add on that. This year, how are you gonna handle, I guess, like the spots that were taken by people that don't show up? Because last year we had that problem.
So One tip that I got from, I don't remember if it was Diego or if it was another event promoter, but somebody told me, yeah, usually what people do, and this is like part of like the experience of like learning the business. They're like, you have like 5 cars on call, 5 people who are willing to come out in case some people don't show up. So you'd be like, or more, depending on what your need is for the venue, right? So somebody in particular told me, well, how many didn't show up? And I was like 6. Well, then next year, get 6 spots for people that you can have on call. That they're not necessarily on the show, but that they can give you their word to call them up in the same day and the same last minute and be like, hey, bro, like there's a spot open if you want to come get your car in here. So there's that. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner, but that's something that, again, I don't know who to give credit to because I don't remember who told me that. It might have been Diego. But yeah, having cars on call. So either that or I'm thinking of overcompensating. But the overcompensating is risky because then if you overcompensate and you get an overflow, then I don't know what I'm going to do with too many cars taking up the space. Like we don't want to get crammed in there. So this year there's more awareness. There's actually more people kind of aware of what the show is meant to be. So they're like, even the approval, even like the applications that we got this year are way different from last year. And I'm not trying to bash on anybody, but the quality for the first week of registrations for this year were crazy clean. It's even more difficult this time around. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to doing. And Friday's going to be round 3 for draft pick. So there's that. Car show prep and what owners and photographers need to know. How car owners can get their builds show ready. Honestly, just get your ass on it, bro. Like, what do you think? Because last year, there's people last year who were telling me, hey, I'm going to get my car ready for Stancemall'. And the car's still not done yet. Like to this year, it's already been about a year. I don't know. I don't necessarily have a show car, but I know what it's like to take a car to a show. And even then, like, I've caught myself being last minute too. So I don't know. My advice is just be on it, like on it. Get your ass on it.
Yeah, and then like, I think at some point, bro, like you have a build and you build it for a reason. I think that you kind of showing that you half-ass some shit says a lot about you as a person.
Oof.
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. Because I can tell you that. I mean, I'm not dogging on our show, calling it small or nothing like that, like or whatever. But at bigger shows, dude, like you get fucking clowned, like bad, like by the staff, and they're gonna remember you, dude. Like they're gonna remember, like, oh, this is a guy who tried to catfish into the show, like said he had his shit ready, but he didn't, or made promises that his car was gonna look like this, or like maybe you edited your
the
photo.
pictures, dude.
Yeah,
the pictures.
It says a lot. It says a lot, dude.
Nah, like some of the pictures. Even there's one of my homies that I hit up, and he's like, I was like, hey, bro, like, because I know the guy, and I was like, look, we're looking at your car right now. What's it going to look like for Stancemall'? And he gave me like a list, and I'm like, okay, but we didn't approve it because I'm like, I can't trust your word, man. Like, I can't, I'm sorry. Like, we're homies and everything. But in a show of like this size, every inch of like your build matters, you know? And I'm also avoiding trying to like duplicate the vehicles. So, for example, like there's some of the homies that got approved last year. Some of the cars that got approved last year that haven't gotten approved yet because we're giving priority to like a new cycle of vehicles. I don't want people to walk in there and be like, oh, it's the same shit, you know? So there's a few in there because like, come on, like you just can't ignore them. But there might be a possibility where I have to talk to some people, be like, man, you were in there last year. Your car hasn't really changed. Like I don't know exactly how you feel about maybe getting moved over to outdoor VIP and give somebody else a chance to actually like change their car up a bit to get inside. You know, I just feel like it's fair game, you know, and not really picking favoritism. So that's my philosophy. I don't know if you think that's
fair. I agree. But I will say, as a photographer, I think what really sucks is like, say I have, because I'm not gonna lie, dude, I think there's like new cameras that have been coming out like already, and if there's photographers like me that have been upgrading, like the fucking tech can catch a lot of fucking shit that like you don't know is there.
Yeah.
So like just keep that in mind because you try to hide some like scratches and shit, like or some cracks on like taillights, like we're gonna see them, bro. And if I take the video, like I'll probably like
Mhm.
skip that just so I don't have to like show that shit. Because there's just, dude, people are so nitpicky. Like they're so nitpicky because they're gonna just be like, oh, dude, how did they let that fucking car in? And it's like, this got all this fucking shit to it, and I don't know.
And
I just want to avoid like someone getting shit on and saying like, oh, it was the photographer's fault. Like he fucking or the video guy, like it's his fucking fault.
Why did he focus on that? No, and it's funny you mentioned that because for me, for example, one of my biggest pet peeves on a show car is headlights. Like if those things are foggy, it just ruins the whole car. You can get away with some stuff, some scratches here and there, maybe even some bacon fenders on certain cars if you're going for a certain like crazy like static look, right?
Yeah.
Like me particularly, if a car has bacon fenders and they look crazy like camber and shit, I really don't mind it, but I understand the reason of the standard of why people won't let them in a show. And so I kind of go by that as well because I know what the general consensus is. But foggy headlights just don't fly for me, bro. If those things aren't clear, but the rest of the car is, like, come on, dude. All you have to do is replace them. And sure, they could be expensive or whatever. I get it. Like, I don't blame you. But you already have the whole car done. Like, at this point, like, the biggest draw to your car is going to be the headlights. Like, if those things aren't shining clear, crystal clear, like, oh my God, bro. Foggy headlights irk the fuck out of me, bro. Like, bad. I don't think I've ever said that out loud. So, yeah. Especially as a photographer, like, that's one less angle you can get because you get the corner of the headlights, bro. It's the worst.
It is an important shot though.
Yes, dude, and it just draws the attention to it, bro. It's like bad. So just to make sure you buff your headlights if you can. Buff your headlights if you can. If you can't, replace them.
Yeah, do that toothpaste bullshit. I don't know.
They have them at AutoZone for like $10, man.
Yeah, go sit at the fountains. That fucking dude will probably do it for like $10.
That's fucking funny. Speaking of the photography game, tips for photographers to capture the best shots during the season, actually.
Ooh, wait, can I start?
Yeah,
buy a fucking CPL filter, bro. Like, holy shit. It's the most like, actually a CPL and an ND filter. Dude, that shit will take literally like $40 at most. You don't even have to buy it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Buy one later. Affirm that shit if you need to, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm like the best, dude, but like a thing that I learned is like certain shots that you want to get, like you just don't get them because you're either shooting too fucking bright, your camera can't go that low on ISO, or like your aperture can't go that low, or you just don't have the knowledge or whatever to make the picture not as fucking bright.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go darker, you lose like detail. Dude, CPL filter will help you get rid of the fucking reflections, and it'll help you shoot a lot of like the background shit better, and it'll give it a different color.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ND, it's like putting sunglasses on your shit because a lot of you motherfuckers keep shooting at 1.8
everything
all the fucking time.
Everything.
You don't understand that like sometimes you don't have to shoot that, but if you want to keep shooting 1.8 portraits, everything, right? Then get a fucking ND filter, and then you can fucking say, oh, you know what? This dude was probably telling me the right thing instead of fucking trying to shit on me. Because I'm not shitting on you.
Right, and wait till the day that you go to an event like a drift event or a track event on broad daylight and you don't have an ND filter, you're done. You're screwed.
Yeah, dude,
because your shutter speed needs to be fast enough, but you need enough light. Like it's crazy. Or like if it's too bright, dude, it's just a nightmare. So you can get away with some stuff during the day, like with just a polarizer.
Yeah, but it does get bright in the mall.
Yeah.
At that show's particularly.
Yeah.
And then Springfest is outside, like during the day. I mean, it does go into you guys said it goes into the nighttime, right?
Both of them are going to go into nighttime.
Yeah, but when the sun is like super up there, though, you need to have those.
The thing about Stancemall' is that the tile is bright pink.
Oh yeah,
and that acts like concrete even. Like as far as like your reflections and stuff, but yeah, definitely CPL and ND, which is crazy because I don't really have an ND. Only on like the 85 I had one. I don't know. I think Donnie kept it by accident, or somebody kept it by accident, or I don't know. So
you guys switched on accident.
I think but I don't know where it's at. Anyway, the reason why I don't like have NDs or anything is because I'm always shooting at night.
This fucking dude.
So it's like at that point, like I even my polarizer when it's on the camera that I'm shooting at night, I take it off because that's stealing like light from me.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the opposite, But I get it. Like I do also sometimes find myself like, damn, it's broad daylight and I don't have one. I fucking hate myself for not investing in it. Like I should be, but So that tip that he gave was straight to me.
No.
But anyway, yeah. Photographers to get some good shots from Vlad saying CPL and an ND. Honestly, keep an eye on your temperature, like your camera, because, dude, I can't I can't count how many times that we did rollers during this like summer. Oh man, is there a way to cool your camera?
They
Like I just pop it
So-
open and blow on it.
no. So they do sell attachments that are like fans, but yeah, no, they do.
How
But,
efficient are they?
the thing is, I don't have the best knowledge on them,
Mm.
but I do read reviews on them, and apparently they're not like the best. Like
Yeah, like how would you
yeah.
like
the
what-
the only camera that can really fight that, even with high temperature settings turned on and shit, then you can record like for hours, is any camera that has a built-in fan, which is FX30. You're
Yeah.
talking about FX30, FX3,
Yeah.
even A7S3 actually. And
Interesting.
dude, but that's on the Sony side. I don't really know which other brand.
Which is crazy because
Um,
like most mirrorless shooters, the body's just compact metal. Compact metal and then black. Dude, like it's just meant to absorb all the heat. Like it's ridiculous in the summer. Oh man, it's the
Yeah.
worst.
Well, I have the white camo skin on mine, and it kind of helps. But
Yeah, no, like for rollers, one time with the beanie van, I was like, it had the AC on, popped open the back, and then put it on the AC. And it worked. It worked. I mean, you just got to do what you can with what you got.
yeah, just buy some ice and throw that shit in an ice cooler, and then just throw the camera in there when it overheats.
That's what I do with the iPhone, actually, when I'm on FaceTime.
Oh my god!
I'm with my homegirl, and I'm like, I'm going to put you in the freezer for a little bit. Then I come back 5 minutes.
Put her on ice.
It works. And then every time I come back, I'm like, how was the freezer? Anything crazy in there? Any other tips that we have? Okay. One thing, I was going to actually do a whole video for it. You don't have to post everything you shoot. Like, and this is not a jab of one person in particular. There's multiple people who do this. And like, you shoot something and it looks cool. Again, don't get me wrong. Like the work is fine, but is it really tailoring to what you're trying to aim for? Like, are you trying to run a brand? Or are you just trying to showcase your photography? What is it that you're trying to do? You got to ask yourself, oh, I'm just going to showcase my photography and build a portfolio. Okay, cool. But at the same time, sure, you're going to tell me like, it's my Instagram. I do whatever the fuck I want. I get it. It's just like people who wear Nirvana shirts and I'm like, I wear whatever the fuck I want. Don't tell me what I can't wear, based on what I listen or whatever. But I think it's important to showcase the best that you got rather than just the things that you just been working on, because I have so much content that I've shot and I think it's good, but it's not relevant or aligning to my brand or to the profile grid that I'm tailoring. And I just don't post it. Like I have plenty of MMA stuff. I have plenty of wrestling stuff, which is super cool. I wish I could post these. I wish I could have people see what it is, but then I'd be diverging from the car stuff. But not necessarily that. Like if you want to have a mixed portfolio, cool. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like sometimes if you're a car photographer and you're sticking to like stance or you're doing lowriders or whatever, and then you post something that it was just, I can tell when it's just a booking. I can tell when it was something that you shot because you got booked and then you're posting it kind of showcasing your client and the fact that you have clients rather than showcasing something that you really enjoyed working on. I don't know. I feel like that's the case. Like sometimes I feel like there's a lack of passion for some of the stuff that you guys are posting. And maybe there's some time like you could take for you to evaluate, like, was this post worth the time for me to actually post it? Or should it just been a booking that I should have just delivered to my customer only? I don't know. I just feel like you don't have to post everything you shoot. And there's been some people who agree. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah. On the background, I haven't been doing a lot of like car shit, and a lot of, I guess, people that do know me from like this platform know that I do shoot like cars and shit.
Mhm.
But I've been doing more like I guess the life around the show.
Yeah.
And then people have been fucking with that. But in reality, like, I don't know, like I do a lot, dude, in the background, like businesses and like music stuff. And if you go to my tags, you see like I get tagged a lot in like a lot of shit that doesn't really go with my page.
Right.
Yeah, and I choose to keep my page like really like cinematic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, I can give you guys a tip, is that like I personally struggle on like what I want my page to look like, because I used to give tips on like gear. I used to give tips on like how to shoot stuff. I used to
Right.
give tips, and then I had to transition to shooting just like stills and cinematic shots and like color grades and shit like that. And then now it's like, I mean, I haven't talked about it, but what I'm going towards now, it's like a whole thing that I've never seen anyone do in the car community. So like I got that going on, but I don't really want to talk too much about it because I feel like someone might jack my shit. I would be like you, bro. It's like I fucking did that shit first.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like which takes me back. Like when I say, remember that time when we did that warehouse thing and like,
Oh my god,
come on, bro, you can't deny that we put everybody on. Like I'm gonna take credit for that. I don't care. That's my arrogant side coming out because I'm aware, bro. Like all of a sudden, everybody's like, start getting warehouses.
Hey, you're the one that was making people sign NDAs or what?
Basically, yeah, and like obviously not, but we did something that made a splash with the warehouses. And again, nothing wrong with trying to follow something that, oh shit, I'm gonna try to do that again. But nobody was switching it up, man. People were even asking me like, where was
they
that?
were. They were drifting.
Oh my god.
they were hitting poles and shit.
Yeah, and I know some names, bro. Like, oh, it's ridiculous. And then it's crazy because like they were getting clowned, and then they were still trying to hold their ground. Like, oh man, fuck you, whatever. Like this isn't like, bro.
Like fuck you, I'm tight as fuck, and then they fucking crash.
Yeah, like they look like a clown, which is ridiculous, bro. Like they just find ways to ruin it. And there was a few people who did it right, that did something cool with it. Like, I'm not hating on y'all. Like, cool, y'all can do the same thing as whatever. I'm not saying that I'm the only one who can do it, but the people who try to do it and try to execute something similar, a lot of times they fell flat, and they kept trying and they kept trying, and I'm like, they just weren't getting any better, and that was kind of irking me because it's like, try to do something new, And the one time that we do, it just, I don't know, it just got out of control quick, just like a lot of stuff. But sticking to the whole photography stuff, the importance of networking at car shows and meets.
Oh, bro,
dude,
yeah,
I can say comfortably that I think I only know like 4 of y'all. Realistically, like I know of you guys, but I don't think I've been ever shaking your hand, and which is interesting because I don't know exactly what you look like, and I don't know what page you're running until I see what you posted. Like, oh, it's probably that guy. I saw that person there. I think it's so and so because I saw them there. I saw somebody with a camera. I saw them take a particular photo, and then I see on a feed. I'm like, okay, cool. There's only a handful of people who I know that, and I'm not saying come to me and talk to me. No, I'm just saying like I'm putting my face out here on the camera. I'm putting my face on my page. You know what I look like, and if you want to talk to me, you can just talk to me. Like I want to get to know who it is that I don't want to say competing with, but definitely like try to keep on their toes to like, hey, I'm going to take a picture of this and we're going to do a private meet. And there's people who ask like, hey man, can I go? And I'm not even gonna lie, dude, like we keep that limited. Like you've been there, like you realize that, oh shit, there's only like 2 of us with cameras or 3 of us with cameras at a private meet because it's an invitational. It's like, we've had a few people who actually ask, and I'm like, yeah, dude, you can come. Or sometimes that I forget to tell somebody, and then in the next one, I'm like, hey, dude, I didn't tell you last time. Come out here, So, yeah, dude, like talk to each other. Like, yeah, I know there's kind of like I don't want to say like a syndicate. I don't know why I like saying syndicate, but there's like a group of y'all that go out together and do this, photography stuff as friends, which is cool. But if you find other people to network and stuff, you'll learn a lot from each other rather than just going out together as a group. Because one of the homies was doing that, and I didn't mind it. I liked it, but it got stale. Like everyone was shooting the same thing. Everyone sure was feeding off each other, which is fine. But it got to the point where everybody was doing the same thing. So if you switch it up, again, I'm not saying don't hang out with your friends, but just saying like hang out with other people who have different creativity, and you'll see like, oh shit, the kind of shit you learn. And I'm gonna give a shout out to BRZ Buck, or I think his dad is Buy Buck now. I didn't even realize I wasn't following him. Like I just followed him because I was following him on my personal account, and I just followed him on Mangekyu, and I thought I was. My bad for that, bro. But I see his shit. I'm like, dude, this is fire. Like if I would have posted this on my page, people would probably be like, oh, this is so fucking sick, just because it's a Mangekyu video. But his shit on its own, like it can hold up if he keeps at it, like realistically. And like I see his shit and I take a little things here and there because he's got pretty creative shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like I've met the guy, I've seen what he's shooting with, whatever, and I'm like, I see his end result and I feed off of that. But I don't ask him directly, like, oh, what are you doing? Just talk to each other, see what it is that they're working with, how they're doing it. And then you're like, oh shit, you can learn. So I don't know. I just feel like talk to each other, talk to me. I'm approachable. This guy calls me an asshole. I can be, I can be in the situation where, whatever, but not when it comes to trying to like grow the community or build a community or talk. If you like tell me, hey, what is this? Like, I'll tell you, bro. I'm just like I said, gatekeeping and shit. There's certain things that I will, but if I see some genuine interest in like just you coming up and try to say something, like I can see that as genuine interest. So I don't see why I would not fucking work with you or tell you something about it.
Yeah, no. I actually feel the opposite. I think you guys should not fucking come up to me. Just kidding. All right.
Something happened with our hard drive disconnected, so it's gonna be like an awkward cut there. We didn't lose too much content, but we're basically just touching base back on what some of the best lessons that we learned from last season was chasing this year, best and worst moments. For me, best moments, different things for different reasons. Professionally and my personal life as well, like because I kind of mix them a little bit. I've dedicated a lot of shit for what I do from my personal life to my professional life, which is Stancemall' or Mangeki or whatever. So Stancemall' definitely like a highlight for last year, and then for me is like creative. Gatlinburg was really fucking sick. A shout out to Jonathan Golden Vapor to being partners with us and us letting us be partners with them. Because it takes two to tangle type deal. And Springfest is just personally just hella fun. Like I've had so much fun for that and just looking forward to this year. The worst, you had actually mentioned prior that we know what the worst thing for me was last year. Was it last year? No, it was this year. So technically that's still a situation for this year.
Bro, I was fucking kidding, bro.
No, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. That shit was kind of, I'm not gonna say like, if you know, but the shit, like it was kind of, they're throwing dirt on my name, man. Like I was like, what the hell, So sure, it should be the worst, but it really wasn't the worst. As far as actually 2024 goes, though, man, I don't know, man. Dude, 2024 was really good to me. Bad, I guess maybe just my having to put my car down, put it away because it's not car show season, but because like I needed to work on it and put it away and. Thankfully, I guess switching jobs, not being exactly where I want to be in terms of like my marketing career. Maybe that's something like in my professional life that I'm kind of not too happy with. But, and also all the motherfuckers doing donuts at New World every week. There's some beef with some people, just thinking that we're calling them out because they think we're calling them out. We're calling the activity out, not you in particular, And if you're doing it, then yeah. But, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a year for me. What about you?
That's good, bro. For me, I just think it was in the professional life. Actually, I'm gonna start with personal. My personal was I got married.
Yeah.
I've been with my wife like already. This is gonna be in April. It's gonna be our first year married, but it's gonna be our 8th year together, and yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm happy because a lot of the statistics say that you fucking can't last. Like your first year of marriage is like really fucking hard. And I don't know. I feel like I fucking dealt with that shit for like the first year already. Like when I first got really serious with her. So I don't know. Anyways, in the professional world, I went officially solo and leaving a really toxic workplace. That it wasn't toxic when I worked there, but it got toxic after.
Right.
Because situations happen and people have different perspectives on me now. Yeah. That is like stupid in my opinion. Like people just need to grow the fuck up.
Oof. Shots fired.
No, yeah, dude, they do. Like sometimes in life, like you think that because things don't go your way, that everyone that was around is the person to blame, but in reality, you need to realize that like maybe you were the one to blame,
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so that one I could put it probably at my best and worst because best I would say because it really lit a fire under me that led me to be where like I'm making the most money I've ever made, and I guess worst because I've like had to learn like a whole new way to make a living, and it kind of sucks, but it's cool because I get to be in rooms with like really like successful people that have like certain type of like businesses, and they're people who are like very like wealthy and have like, for example, this guy has like a plane and he has like all the fucking cars you could think of from Hennessy Motorsports. Like,
Insane.
yeah, dude, and like he's well, whenever we have to shoot the videos, like you're gonna go with me for that. But he's just not ready to do all that because he's still working in like the company. But he's like, dude, once he retires, like he's just gonna fucking YouTube, throw money on cars.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, like, yeah. But it's people like that I was able to meet, and then I already said it, but getting to work with Chiwiwis and like, yeah, just it was really cool, bro. It was really cool, and the fact that like for me, it's a big deal that he asked me to like follow me. And him and his brothers really fucked with me, and like they want to like take me to do a fight camp with them and shit. And yeah, I don't know, it meant a lot. It meant a lot actually. It showed me that like in not I guess not just in cars because I feel like I still have a lot of shit to work on when I shoot cars, but in the other world of like shooting action sports and combat sports and gym stuff and I guess more business shit, like I'm pretty solid.
Trying to be like you, my boy.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get it to where like we both can do it, but it's just really hard to grow a company and like not realize like what you're fucking doing right and what you're doing wrong. You know?
Well, I mean, I'm blaming the market right now too, the economy. People are not spending on stuff they're not really needing. you
Yeah.
know? I recently heard about a tattoo artist applying where I work at. And I'm like, why? You're a tattoo artist, And it's just like, well, he doesn't have clients right now. And I was like, oh, I get it. Like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, yeah, people aren't spending money on stuff they don't need. And same way here, like, I love tattoos. I want more tattoos, but it's probably be the last thing I want to be spending money on right now. With that being said, I'm also throwing applications to see what sticks in Dallas right now. I sent a whole bunch yesterday.
Can't say that word, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't say.
I
it's
ruined it
get
for-
flagged. Yeah, but I don't know if, like I said, this is gonna have to continue still, even though if I leave. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I didn't want to put Mangekyu on this podcast because it's it's like an open thing. But anyway, that was just kind of like throwing it out there. But fuck yeah. I also want to speed through some of the stuff here just because we're gonna end up wanting to run. We're gonna end up running short on time. We don't want to keep this place open after hours with Gigi. Super cool back here, keeping the store open, keeping us company, but also don't want to hold her back. So, what are some things you're doing differently when it comes to this year? Photography approach, event coverage, any personal goals? Again, super quick. I'm shooting super wide now. People maybe caught on, but like in December, I started shooting 7mm. And those videos have been popping off. Like I shot a video for some of the car guys out there in Tennessee, and that video started going crazy. People are really loving the 7mm wide. I don't know. I feel like it's really, I turned it into like my own thing, and I think people are really liking it. So if you go to my page and see a lot of like super wide lens stuff, I'm having a blast with that. So I'm approaching that way. Event coverage, I'm cutting back on event coverage because the return rate and the amount of work for that is not even worth it at this point. So I'm focusing more on like very creative projects. Adam the Shinobi, rapper from San Antonio, funk artist coming out here doing a music video. That. Personally, I'm trying to get my shit together and put, more motivation behind me. Not just motivation because motivation really doesn't exist. It's discipline. I want to discipline myself to get my ass where I should be. Like, I don't want to be stuck. I'm looking for something to do that aligns to what I'm doing. And even if I don't enjoy it, I want to be able to get to chase my dreams with even things that I don't enjoy doing, like a job that I don't want to be at. If it pays well and it funds my dreams, I want to do that. So that's one thing that I'm focusing on for this year. I know it's kind of late to be doing resolutions, but that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you. What do you got?
This year, I kind of want to travel to the things that I really, really want to do, not just stuff that spur the moment like I did last year because it was kind of fucked.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah, but I guess like now that I know what it was last year, and like now I know what I really want to do this year.
Right.
And then, professional wise, like for what I do for work, I just want to get to a point where like I'm able to, I guess, have a little bit more free time, like outsource some of the work that I don't have to actually do myself, like edits and shit. That way I could just have a little bit more free time, and then definitely gonna be upgrading gear soon. I'm really like looking forward to that because I feel like I put enough time with what I have now that I can justify like the upgrade. Because it's gonna be
Oh,
because it's gonna be like I don't know. Like I want everyone that does anything creative with a camera to think on what I'm about to say. The camera is not what makes you the shooter. Your
nope.
skills are what makes you the shooter. For me, for a long time, I was gonna blow the fucking cash on the FX3 when it first came out, but I decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't because I put more time in on my Sony 7 IV that I have right now,
Mhm.
and the more time that I put into it, the more I learned about like shooting, and I would have not learned as much if I would have just got the FX3. But now that I'm getting that platform, I feel like I'm gonna do a lot better shit now, bro.
Fuck yeah. And that's kind of like me throwing, like making it a point across to myself to
Yeah.
get a point and shoot and start shooting shit with the point and shoot. And people were asking me, you know, that little digital.
Oh, like a digicam?
Yeah. And people were like, yo, where'd you get that from? Like, what camera is that? How are you doing that? And I was like, it's just a little digital camera. And I don't know. It's just like a challenge I put myself. So,
Yeah. No, there's also a thing is that I want to learn. I'm gonna finally like really like teach myself how to develop film because I love shooting film photography, but it's such a hassle to find a place that will develop it, and I don't trust sending it in with like Walgreens or like anyone else.
yeah.
And then the local people that do actually develop film, they're just so busy because there's a bunch of film shooters that are just
Yeah.
throwing rolls at the dude and like money, and I'm like, bro, like he doesn't have time to get to anything, you know?
Mhm.
And yeah, that's my thing. Is like I want to do that and then learn the film development side of stuff, and I do want to do more creative shit on YouTube, and
Okay.
I'm gonna be doing that, but I'm gonna be doing something that like I'm pretty sure you guys have never seen as a person who like does blend both like content with cars and like other stuff. Yeah, so there's that, and then there's one last thing which I don't know. People are gonna think I'm like glazing, I guess, but I really am looking for Stancemall like this year, bro. Like I really do like want to make that shit fucking sick. I do want to do a really sick like after movie for that shit because I feel like last year I was just so caught up in the moment that I didn't really like even pay attention to what I was fucking shooting. Like
Practice your angles, man.
fuck this guy, bro.
You just gotta practice your car angles. That's all.
Yeah, bro.
You're good at you're fucking beast at everything else. You just gotta practice your car angles. And I'm the other way. Yeah, no, fuck yeah, dude. I'm honestly I'm not as nervous as I was last year because now I know what getting myself into. So there's that. Touching base back on the photography stuff that you're saying, like with your equipment and shit. Must have gear for photographers, for car photographers, covering meets and stuff.
Oh shit.
Wide. You need wide. Indoor shows like 3F where things are kind of tight. You need something wide, bro. 20 mil is my go-to for 3F.
Yeah. 20 mil, 24, 20,
35 is
16
probably
now.
the best.
16.
Really?
16.
Damn, 16 is wide. I think 20 is perfect.
It's because like the thing is that if you're shooting 16 at 4K, you can still crop in and not get fucked.
I see.
But that's like a whole technical thing. But nah, try to go 20. If you shoot Sony, Viltrox sells a $140 fucking lens. That's a super wide angle, perfect for that shit. Actually, any fucking camera that you have, Canon, Nikon, whatever the fuck, get anything that's third party lens, like, and then work your way to the name brand shit. Like, you don't have to have like the name brand shit all the time. And we make shit happen with fucking regular ass shit, dude. And I mean, I'm out. That's some serious shit though. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's a manual lens, like if you actually dial it down, and, like learn that shit, dude. I've shot fucking badass videos that you
It's
guys
so fun.
you guys don't even know it. I've shot it on this fucking lens. It's like a 50, 60-year-old's Russian lens, bro.
Yeah, that 7mm that I have is also
Yeah.
kind of vintage and it's all manual and it's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's fun. For me, I think 50, nifty 50, always, all around. You know, always have that. The 20 mil, it's like the best of both worlds. I think Alexa was asking me, what should I get? This or that? And I was like, honestly, I think she was asking for a 16 and I told her 20. So you suggesting 16, but here's my reasoning for 20. I feel like 16, unless you're doing something relatively tight, then do 16, like really tight. But 20 is like right in the middle. I feel like you'd be zooming into 20 more often, like trying to get trying to get the focal length of the 20 on your 16th, you'll find yourself doing that more often than just using the 16 outright in comparison to like the 50. The 50 you can use it in most scenarios. And I feel like 20 is like perfect. Again, 35 is like optimal, I think. But 20, if you're looking for wide, then go 20. I think 16 from I was telling her 16 is a little too wide. And I don't know if she went for 20, but that was my approach. I only shoot
I
on
think she got a. Didn't she get an 18 to 55?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just told her. I just gave her the tip. I shoot 85 for like drift events. You know, I think it's a G, and then I shoot 20 for close up events where things are kind of tight, and then 50 millimeter for everything in general because cheap lens gets things done. So it looks like we're just about to close out 3 different points here for social media content strategy. This is a tough one because the algorithm is always changing. I think you should just post. So
I actually have a tip for that.
So right now, I'm getting bonuses for carousel posts. So Instagram is trying to convince me to post more carousel posts. So what does that mean? It's trying to get more people to come back and post more pictures, more sliding pictures. So as of this recording, which is February 12th, 2025, if I'm not wrong, Instagram really wants you to be posting more pictures and specifically carousels. So keep that in mind because my carousels have been doing relatively decent, even though we're a video page. So there's that. Stick with your reels. Try to keep them way below a minute. I've noticed still, like even ever since they barely began after IGTV was canceled or closed or whatever, or discontinued, reels are just doing much better between the 8 to the 12, 16 second mark. It used to be like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, but then like those became too like jeopardized, and those 1 second reels where they would go blink, blink. Oh man, they took over the algorithm by storm last fall, and it was the worst. And I think they caught on to that, and they're not pushing that anymore. So reels, keep them at about 16, 12 seconds more or less. You know, you can vary that. 8 seconds is probably the shortest I would do. Make carousel posts and make sure you're sharing a lot of your shit to your stories. Don't oversaturate your stories. And I've noticed that if you make one post on your, honestly, I don't do more. I avoid to do more than one post a day, whether it be a reel or a regular post. Like I have to decide which one I'm going to want to post, because if you do 2, I've noticed that the algorithm decides to just pick one or the other. It's not going to take off both. So just plan out your content accordingly. Try to post once a day. As of right now, there used to be that you could do like 3 posts and like 3 of those would take off or 3 reels would take off. I noticed right now, do something dope, and then if you have something lined up, don't post it the same day. Post it the next day and the day after that, but consistently. Just no more than 1 post a day. Right now for me, that's what's working. That's what I've noticed.
Nice.
I don't know. You don't post very often. And what do your numbers look like? Is it consistent to like the one before? Because you have a different like output in your. I post once a day.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I was posting every other day, but I took a huge break since December. Like I think I took the whole fucking month of January off, if I'm being honest. But I've been posting stories, and just one story alone is like, dude. I think 1 story a day, which is really stupid. Instagram algorithm actually pushes that like higher than if you were to post more than 1 story a day. And if you take advantage of that and make your post that 1 story a day, then it doubles your shit.
Right. And then another thing that I've also done is like, I don't do polls a lot. You can, for example, if you know your post is going to be a banger, put that either in between or make that your first one. Avoid putting your banger in the end, because then it's going to take a whole while. And by the time they get to that part of the story, they're not interested anymore. So I've noticed that if you put the banger in the beginning and then you post what you really want to deliver in the like afterwards, people really look at that kind of shit. So that's just from my personal experience from Mangekyo. Like that's how, and it's weird because everybody has different engagement. Like one of my homies has all his engagement from stories, which is crazy. Like all his views are stories, but all my views are reels. You know, this is insane. It might not work for you. I just feel like if we're in the same line of like creative, it might work for you.
Yeah. One last thing. If you really want to break out into any like short form content, YouTube Shorts right now is picking up again more than anything, and YouTube really. it's favoring new accounts.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's favoring a lot of new accounts right now. So
See, that's a tip I'll take.
yeah, nah, that's free sauce, bro. Like I don't give a shit. Like I was not gonna fucking keep that in whatever.
No, I just have a hard time cross posting, dude. I need to get used to doing that. It's just for me, it's an issue because like once I post, sometimes I use Instagram audios, and then when you want to download that, it's either takes away your audio or it puts an Instagram tag on it, or it just hinders your quality. So it's I don't know. I probably need to get Sprout Social or something, but not sponsored by the way. Anyway, closing out. It's already 5 till close here at Golden Vapor 3. Again, if you want some adult flavored air, you can go ahead and come and pick out some of the best options you have in town. 1 of 3 locations here, and Exotics next as well. If I'm not wrong, they're going to be available also at Springfest coming up and at Stancemall', so one of our proud sponsors. So anything you would like to add, Mr. Bladson?
No, I mean the last thing I would just want to add is like everyone, I think this message will speak just because of like recent events, I guess. But I just want everyone to realize that like life isn't always guaranteed, and just to enjoy your life. Talk to a friend, talk to a person you haven't talked to in a while, because you never know when the last time it is you're gonna see them. So
Yeah.
and then I don't know if you want to say it.
Yeah, unfortunate situation. I was kind of holding off to it to see if what was better, but one of our buddies, I don't want to say distant friend, but definitely somebody we knew through somebody that ended up getting attached to as like a group thing. Gambito, homie from Midland, someone that I knew through Egmar, I'm a tattoo artist, guy with the yellow beetle, passed away this morning. Kind of caught us by surprise because he was still posting yesterday. He's posting his kids, and life just flashed by. And when I found out, it was crazy. Leaves kids behind, his wife, and he had his whole summer planned. He was talking about Springfest. He was talking about a bunch of stuff with the cars and the homies and stuff. And I knew him for a short period of time. He was such a cool dude, funny ass guy, clever and witty and shit, But life just flashes you by, man, and it was just unfortunate. It was just flash from one day to the next, literally in the morning, and now he's gone. So rest in peace, our homie Gambito.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. I'm gonna remember every time that I would see him at the breakfast table over there at the Springfest, the hotel. Even though he didn't have a room, he'd always show up for breakfast.
Yeah, dude, bro is a
Yeah.
trip, man. Bro's a trip. Definitely like life of the party, and
Yeah,
and not the kind of way where people say, "Oh, life of the party," and that's all you know him by. Like he was definitely somebody who, cheer you up even though you didn't want to be cheered up, type of shit. So see you sometime soon, carnal. Monday again.
Monday again.